Zolder, round 2 of the German Super Touring Cup. 2 races on the day, 12 and 24 laps. Johnny Cecotto won the sprint from his teammate Manfred Winkelhock, and it's Cecotto on pole for the main event. 4.814 kilometres, 24 times round Zolder. Cecotto on the right of the picture, and he's away well in the drizzling rain. Aiello in 3rd place on the grid, but he's losing out as Menzel comes through. Menzel into 3rd place in that year-old BMW, so it's BMWs 1, 2 and 3. Cecotto and Winkelhock absolutely dominant from the moment that the real business of the weekend began, the qualifying. Prior to that, Cecotto had suffered a bit of an engine problem, but the BMWs had gradually got that right. So this Benazzi team, the 2 of them already pulling away. Aiello there, getting locked back in the pack as through comes Christian Abt in his Audi. So now we've got 2 BMWs, 2 Audis, and the Peugeot trapped back in 5th place. And the leader's starting to escape into the distance. Not quite the room there for Aiello as Hiro comes into the picture on the left for the first time, the defending champion. And eventually it's Abt and Aiello that make the break away from the rest of the pack. Menzel coming back into the picture. Eric Ellery is coming up there too. Ellery in his first race in the German Super Touring Cup this year. But just look at the lead that the BMWs have established already. 11 is Alfred Higa. Bit of a spin there in the Honda. Aiello having another dot down the inside of Abt, and he makes it this time. The privateer in the Audi. Winkelhock still leads from Cecotto. Cecotto having started out front, then lost it, got it back. Now Winkelhock. And the rest of them all pouring through. Pirot, defending champion for Audi, won 3 championships on the trot, but he's back there in the pack as we look at Aiello going past Christian Abt again. Saw a glimpse there of 27, which is Manuel Reuter. Experienced driver, well versed around Le Mans, well known to the Le Mans fans, quite so well known in other disciplines. 16 in the spin there, Marco Bromberger. Bromberger in an Alpha, and the Alphas really haven't performed around Zolder at all, even with drivers of the calibre of Stefano Modena and Christian Danner. BMW mighty pleased with the way things are going after Hockenheim, where of course Laurent Aiello got maximum points from 2 races. BMW against Audi. Van Müller seeing a bit of the action. After going through, there's Eric Ellery, Stefan Peter, Pirot comes up, and there's Vidali, Tamara Vidali, the Italian lady driver. So we've got 3 of the 4 works Audis running together now. Still the two BMWs out front. Close racing down in the middle of the pack. There's Müller. There's Modner in the Alpha, number 36 Alpha. So he's trying to work his way back up the field. The qualifying, we had 5 Alphas right at the back of the grid. Manuel Reuter, Chris Nissen, things expected of him. Dane, who now lives in Monte Carlo. And there's Michael Bartels, the Opel, number 28. The Opels have yet to shine as well. In fact, virtually everybody has been obliterated in qualifying and the sprint race by the Benazzi BMW team. Menzel and Modner. And Menzel, so impressive for a youngster, just holding off the vastly experienced Stefano Modner. Modner, of course, a veteran of some 70 Formula One Grand Prix. But he's been around cars since he left Formula One in 1992. So the battles are all happening down the order. Up front, still Winkelhock from Cecotto. Modner here, the Alpha, ahead of Menzel in the BMW. Then Müller coming through in the Audi. So these are battles for 12th down to 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th place. And there's Müller picking up a spot. Altzen getting involved there, and I think it's going to be Altzen that loses out here, because that's Bartels squeezing him to the outside of the circuit. Müller coming through for 14th. Right on the back comes Kurt Tim in an Opel. And that's Müller shoving Altzen well out and getting bumped in return. And Bartels, after that little altercation, taking the advantage down the inside of Altzen. Back with the leaders. Five is Cecotto, 6 up front is Winkelhock. 4 laps completed. And these have broken away from everybody else. 5 seconds away from Aiello, who's still running 3rd in the Peugeot. The privateer Audi, Abt, is still there, 4th place. Ellery running well, 5th place for BMW. Fastest lap so far. Winkelhock, but not surprising, he's got a clear track in front of him. 45.482. But the pace could well hot up towards the end of the race. So, just about 5 laps completed now, the 24 here at Zolder. And it's looking like a Team Benazzi BMW benefit. Winkelhock leading the way. Cecotto there in 2nd place and looking interested in taking first from his teammate. You're with Eurosport at Zolder. Back at Zolder, similar picture. Winkelhock leading, Cecotto in 2nd place, Aiello in the Peugeot chasing hard. Aiello's performance at Hockenheim, 2 first places, tended to eclipse what BMW did in that event, when Cecotto got a 2nd and 3rd, and Winkelhock a 4th and a 2nd. Well, they're on for a clean sweep today. Cecotto first, Winkelhock 2nd in the sprint race. And over 24 laps, similar dominance, roles reversed. Winkelhock leading, Cecotto in 2nd place. Aiello, who was 3rd in the sprint, looks as though he isn't going to do any better this time around. Pirot, incidentally, the defending champion, managed a very good fourth in that sprint race, but he's languishing here, back in the middle of the pack. Still spots of rain about. It's not drizzling quite as hard, and as you can see, the track surface just shiny off the racing line. Great look back there, rear-facing view from Winkelhock's car. And Cecotto's going to push him all the way. There are no team orders as yet operating within this BMW Venazzi team. So the fastest man wins it. Reading off another lap. And Cecotto gonna push him all the way into the corner. They're two very experienced drivers, so I don't think they're going to bring each other off. How unusual to see this sort of infighting between a team like this. So they kept the pace up. They're probably going to be slowed now by back markers. Warning flash of the lights there from Winkelhock to the men in front of him. Aiello, though, who's the fastest man on the circuit, at 1:44.819. And as yet, these two BMWs, no matter how hard they're pushing, Winkelhock no better than the 45.245 so far. Cecotto, to make up that ground on his teammate, did a 44.921. So he's just short so far of Aiello's fastest. Brumberger, the back marker. Brumberger in the Alpha that we saw spin early on. Now, will this play into Aiello's hands? We've seen a little bit of bumping and boring in this race, but for the most part the back markers have been gentlemanly. And this shouldn't really present a problem for the two BMW twins. Cecotto just trying to steal the advantage by not running as wide as Winkelhock. Track surface just getting more slippery as the drizzle just continues to drift down. And also there's more rubber, bits of oil and marbles which are being also laid on top of that track surface. So it could be treacherous by the end of this 24-lap race, but at the moment the BMWs have it in the bag. Back again, the top three have closed up. Still Winkelhock from Cecotto, and here's Laurent Aiello. Third place, and desperate to at least split the two Venazzi BMWs in front of him. But as we ride with Aiello, it seems that they just managed to break away with him, away from him down the straights. So the Audis, such a strong works team it seemed on paper, have played no part in this race, and that's very disappointing. It's just been BMW throughout here at Zolder. Next race is at Hockenheim in 2 weeks' time. And I wonder if we'll see any change there. There's the defending champion, Pirot, caught up in this, and ahead of him is Tamara Vidali, his 31-year-old Italian lady teammate. Eric Ellery still running well. Ellery, the Frenchman, also well known to fans at Le Mans, and of course to French motor racing fans in general. Master in the Peugeot 905 Spider races. Pirot won both events at Zolder last year. The opening event of the season in 1996. But here he's going to struggle to get into the top 10. Vidali, Henry, Chris Nissen there. Nissen, who's running in 7th place and struggling too with a slip disc, so he'll be in some pain there. Race order after 8 laps. Just bringing the gap down a touch, but 3 seconds, a very workable margin for those two BMWs. Abt in the privateer Audi, ahead of the Works Audis. Works teams led by Petta and Pirot. Back with the leaders again. And Cecotto, having won the sprint race, is now looking very, very dangerous indeed to Winkelhock's ambitions. Points scored down to 20 in this competition, with a maximum of 60 on offer for this longer event, the 24-lap race. Cecotto, if he wants to take over the championship lead, really needs to win this race as well. That will just ease past Aiello, provided that Aiello remains in 3rd place. If Aiello drops out, of course, changes the whole complexion of the championship issue. Just a sense there that Cecotto's car is the more stable of the two. Now, can he make it pay to his advantage? Keeps threatening to go up alongside, and then just tucking back in behind Winkelhock. Flash of the lights from Cecotto. Getting impatient there. Winkelhock, it seems, is determined to hold on to 1st place at all cost. Neither of these two are exactly novices at motor racing. Winkelhock is 36. Cecotto is 41, the oldest man in the field. Well, Cecotto, years back, had a Formula 1 career, 18 races, Theodore and Tolman. And Winkelhock had to go at pre-qualifying for Grand Prix back in '89 in the AGS. Winkelhock has won both the British and the German touring car titles in recent years. Christian Danner struggling there in the Alpha, that's a sad sight. Danner getting a flash of the lights just for his pains, and dutifully moves across at the first opportunity. Aiello going through as well, so he's not been held up too much by the back marker. Now, bit of slipstreaming here by Otto. Can he take the advantage this time? Here comes Cecotto. And little resistance from Winkelhock. Winkelhock drops to 2nd. So it was Cecotto that started off in the lead. Winkelhock took it from him. And then Cecotto has bitten back at probably just the right time. I think in actual fact that Cecotto's probably got the better car on the day. We're looking at Altsen and Müller. And a bit of dodgem cars there. Sort of thing you might see at Goose Fair. Bartels, the back marker in front of the two BMWs. Michael Bartels, another man with a bit of Formula 1 experience. He tried qualifying a Lotus a few years ago. Cecotto for BMW takes the checkered flag, gains the full 60 points. The Benazzi team are delighted about that. And that's the way it stands. Cecotto, the winner, from his teammate Winkelhock.
I had a better start than me, and he was quick at the beginning, but then after a while my tires were getting better, and it was getting quicker. I saw Aiello was getting closer and closer, so Joe had more problems than me. He was sliding more, and so I started to show my position there and to try to push him to go in front, but the other one was getting closer. So Joe finally let me problems, and then we could control easy the positions.
So this is the way it looks in the drivers' points. 27 covering the top three. Cecotto takes over the lead by 4 points from Aiello. Winkelhock is there in third place. The next race in 2 weeks' time should be a cracker. A sprint and a main race around Nürburgring. Join us on Eurosport for that. Should be a great occasion. Can BMW maintain their ascendancy? Cecotto and Winkelhock, certainly the stars of the show at Zolder.